Hello, and welcome to Story Time with Miss Culpepper. This is looking at the different continents. It's a book series, and in this one, we're going to explore North America because that is where we live. Chapter 1 Mountains and Plains. Let's explore the continent of North America. The Grand Canyon is here. It is more than 1 mile or 1.6 kilometers deep in some places. Greenland is part of this continent also. It is between the Arctic and Atlantic Oceans. Much of it is covered in an ice sheet. And funny enough, Greenland is covered in ice, and there's a country called Iceland, and it's covered in lush green, like grass and trees and plants. So we kind of got those names backwards. So Greenland covered in ice, not green. North America is in the northern hemisphere. It is north of the equator. It is the third largest continent. The United States and Canada make up much of North America. Greenland is Earth's largest island. Central America and the Caribbean are regions in the south. Many mountains cross this continent. The Rocky Mountains are in the west. The Appalachian Mountains are in the east. The Sierra Madres span to the south. And this is Denali. This is the highest peak in North America. It was called Mount McKinley, but they changed the name. Denali is what the Native Americans called it. That's what it was originally. A large plateau covers much of Canada. It is called the Canadian Shield. It surrounds the Hudson Bay. The 5 Great Lakes are below it. Lake Superior is the largest. The Missouri and Mississippi rivers flow through the Great Plains. The Mississippi River is the longest in North America. It is 2,348 miles, or 3,779 kilometers long. Lake Superior formed more than 1 billion years ago because tectonic plates moved apart. They could have split the continent in two. How do you think North America would be different if this had happened? Chapter 2 Animals and Climate. Monkeys roam the tropical rainforest of Central America. Green iguanas live in the trees. These lizards can grow to be 6.6 feet or 2.0 meters long. That is like taller than a normal person. That's like a globetrotter Shaquille O'Neal height, like super tall. Sea caribou in the northern Canada. Grizzly bears live in the Rocky Mountains, and their cubs are usually twins. Caribou is like a giant moose. It is never cold in the Caribbean. Many tropical birds live here. Manatees swim in the warm waters, and they eat seagrass. They're also called sea cows. They just kind of mosey along. There are many climate regions on this continent. Take a look. So this color right here is humid subtropical, which is where we live. So it's very humid, lots of water in the air. There's desert right here. Semi-arid, which is right here. That's like almost a desert. Grasslands here, and then most of here. Then there's even some rainforest down here. Highland, which means that literally it's higher land. So temperate, which is just kind of moderate in the middle. Subarctic, getting real cold. Polar tundra. So a tundra is going to be like a vast cold area. It's basically a cold desert. And then right here we have part of the polar ice cap. Weather changes throughout the year. From June to October, hurricanes can happen. Where? They hit the Gulf of Mexico and the East Coast. That would be us. We are in the Gulf of Mexico. Tornadoes happen in spring and summer. Thunderstorms do too, which we have noticed this last summer here. Winter brings snowstorms in the north. The United States has the most tornadoes of any country on earth. They are most common from Texas to Nebraska, and some call this area Tornado Alley. And we are just on the cusp of that, just like the very teeny tiny edge of it. So we do see some tornadoes from time to time. Chapter 3 Life in North America. Many people live by large bodies of water. Goods are carried from place to place by waterways, and you could probably even see big cargo ships on like the Mississippi River. The United States has the largest population. More than half of the people on this continent live here. New York City is the U.S. city with the most people. You can see definitely an urban area with lots and lots of people and cars. Many cultures come together in North America. Native Americans celebrate their cultures through art. They dance and sing too. Do you live in North America? Would you like to explore more of it? We sure do. And those are just some quick facts. The size, we are 9,355,000 square miles. It's Asia, Africa, and then North America as far as size. Our population estimation is 370 million people as of 2019. We export, that means we sell machinery, vehicles, and oil. North America could fit the state of Texas nearly 35 times. That's how big it is. And the Greenland ice sheet covers more than 700,000 square miles. And you can see here too the Appalachian Mountains over here on the East Coast, and the Rocky Mountains go all the way up into Canada, and then up into Alaska where Denali is, and then the Grand Canyon is right below it. And here's the Mississippi River and all the area that it drains. Pretty amazing continent to live on. Thanks for reading.